Atlanta, so with the introduction of Spiritus Arthur with you beyond Bankai Sajin, he has been absolutely dominating any Chad or Yuhas that you go against. He's the newest Brave Battle character, and I thought it'd be a fun idea to kind of create a counter team, or more so demonstrate the strength of a premium Brave Battle character that has now just gotten better with the introduction of Beyond Bankai Sajin. And of course, we're talking about OUKO. OUKO is a great character, and I really like the way they designed him. He is a okay character, a mediocre character to a certain extent if you put him against non-captains, but the second you put him against a captain, there's a pretty good chance he's going to win the fight. He is a strict captain counter, and the great thing about him, which I did mention on release, is that he is premium, which means you are very likely to get him from tickets or mainly as fillers in future banners. He is at that age where he will start being put as a filler, so if you don't have him yet, there's a good chance you might get him sometime in the year 2023, and maybe dupes of him, which is going to be easier to get compared to the other Brave Battle characters. Every Brave Battle character released in basically the last 2 or so years has been limited, either 1000 Year Blood War, Spirits Arthur with you, Can't for Your Worlds, and because of that, they're not as common, and at the same time, maybe trying to get dupes of some of the newer limited characters is going to be on the more tough sides. So having a premium option like this just to counter the meta captains is great, and we're still getting more characters, more captains. The most recent Sergeant, for example, is basically a speed captain, which this OUKO absolutely dominates, and that's what we're here to demonstrate today. So looking at the OUKO, for those wondering, we went with full attack, and we've given him as much DR as possible. He has dodge and also pierce barrier. Yuha is on our team because we don't have Chad, and Yuha is basically the best Brave Battle character. He's there to give us the 43% extra attack, focus, and defense that he will give from his SA2, and for him, we just give him full attack and again full DR. Bonus abilities include dodge and also pierce barrier, and then we have old reliable Chad because again, my Brave Battle characters are not the best. I don't have Sergeant, I don't have Chad, and then any other Brave Battle character released in the last year and a half are basically all 1 out of 5. So in this case, bring in Chad just for the full defense build. You know, that's still a viable thing you can do in Brave Battles. We just stacked him with full DR, gave him 20 DR links. He is max transcended with dodge and also pierce barrier, so he's just there to tank it. Now, the team position is actually very important. We're going to go with the attack strategy. In this way, they're going to guarantee to use their strong attacks. And in this case, Chad, because he is in the middle, is going to activate his boost before Yuha's boost, which therefore means we're going to get the 43% attack boost. Because if Chad goes after Yuha, it's going to lower our 43% attack boost to 33%, which is what we don't want to do. Real quick, though, before we do actually hop into a game, let's quickly describe why OUKO is good in case you don't know. It mainly comes down to a few select skills. Dodge captain damage is great. It means every time a captain hits him, there's a 50% chance they just miss. It's toxic. To go alongside that 50% chance to dodge, we have counter attack. So when we do dodge an attack, we're then reflecting damage back to them. And in the potential chance we don't dodge, we have Brave Battle counters. So no matter what, when we're going against a captain, they are forced just to take damage back. If they miss, they're getting damaged. If they hit, they're getting damaged. And that's a really cool way to design a character. I really love the way they designed this character, so let's quickly showcase and try and find some sergeants. Alright, so in this case, it's actually a pretty good team, so we're going to put our sergeant against their Chads. Alright, so this is a pretty good example. We're going to have our OUKO against their Kenpachi, our Yuha against their Yamamoto, and then we're going to have Chad to kind of just stall sergeant, and hopefully OUKO can finish up with Kenpachi and then make his way to sergeant. Now, their sergeant is actually special move level 4 out of 5, so he is actually quite a tanky and hard-hitting character, but we shouldn't really worry about it. You know, Chad did get actually weakened there, but it's fine because OUKO, look at quick work of Kenpachi and also a 4 out of 5 Sergeant. That was absolutely crazy. Again, he does have attribute advantage against Sergeant and killer advantage, and at the same time, because OUKO is a Soripa, most of the captains in the game, actually all the captains basically, they don't have killer against OUKO, so he is an absolute beast when it comes to just countering the captain meta that we have right now. And in this case, we're now putting him against Kuryoshiki. Chad is against Yamamoto, not going to be doing damage, but he's basically there to stall. Or actually, our OUKO is against the Sergeant. Look at that, man. Like, he's killing with strong attacks. Yamamoto, despite being a captain, is not really a problem, but keep in mind, OUKO doesn't go for invincibility, so you're gonna have to wait a couple seconds, but with the 50% chance to dodge, you know, OUKO does make up for a pretty good stall unit. Especially if you get him 3 out of 5 like I do. I have the level 10 attack, focus, and also stamina. It allows him to be even good against Yamamoto. For our next game, though, they have significantly more power than us, but let's see how it does go. So, in this case, I chose to put my OUKO against Kenpachi because, again, look at that. He goes down. Even our Yuha did quite well against their Sergeant, and then in this case, our Chad is up against their Chads. And actually, with the full defense build, we didn't really have to worry about that, but that was actually a very good run. For our next game, again, another Sergeant. Let's see. I believe we're probably going to kill again once more with just strong attacks. We'll see how it goes. Look at that. 1 strong attack, 2 strong attacks, and 3. We don't even get a chance to use our nut string. OUKO is an absolute beast. I love this, man. It's actually weird to have an OUKO OP in Brave Battles. But every time they add captain characters, OUKO is going to be better. Maybe sure, sometime in the future, he's not going to hold up as well if we get out of a captain meta. But captains, for the most part, have basically been meta since since 1000 Year Blood War Yachiru. So I don't see it changing anytime soon. All right, for our next match, this might be a tough one. We are going against a max transcended Chad. So let's hope here that Chad doesn't kill us, because he actually could make quick work of OUKO. Unfortunately, the OUKO's going down to Chad. Don't do that, lads. Don't do that. Oh, no. It's working, though. We're farming it. Chad is the backbone of the team. The full defense. Yuha activated his soul bomb. That is very, very unfortunate. Gonna keep that in because I think it's a good way to demonstrate OUKO isn't invincible. In this case, Chad does make quick work of him. And it's kind of unfortunate there that OUKO went down to Chad. If he went up to Yuha, we would have won that because my Chad was stalling their Chad long enough anyway. We would have been good. But unfortunately, by going down to their Chad, he didn't really offer much support there. But continuing on our games, let's see how this one does go down. This is a max transcended Sergeant. I didn't even realize. It's not going to matter, though. It's not going to matter. I mean, he did a bit of damage to us, but we at least went against a captain. He hasn't gone under 50%. Like, the only time we've been under 50% stamina with OUKO, and keep in mind he does get 30% more NAD when he is under half stamina, is only against Chad. So right now, from the looks of it, Chad is our only threat, which is why it's probably good to have a good speed character, like Sergeant, for example, just to counter the Chads to get them out the way, so OUKO can make quick work of any captain on the map. All right, lads, we're bringing back the 1v3s. Their Sergeant isn't fully upgraded, but Yuha, I think, is going to be the problem. We'll see how it goes. They go down in one strong attack. Are we about to do the 1v3? We are. Hold on. Hold on. Revive. Oh. We're bringing back the 1v3s, boys. We just took on a three-man team with OUKO by himself with no invincibility. That used to be a thing in the past with invincible characters. I think this is more an impressive feat. And I would like to do more of these. We'll see if we can do it once more. But Yuha is an absolute terrible character to go against in that case because we're not a counter to him. And he does more damage the more enemies defeat. So we kind of got lucky there. But we're doing it again. And let's see how this one goes. Now, in this case, we're up right against Yuha. So hopefully we can kill him before the others get to us. Maybe. Maybe the attack strategy wasn't the ideal thing to do here. But we're going to pull it off, and we pulled it off. We pulled it off. Oh my god. It'd be nice to find a free captain team, but there's no captain boosters, so it's hard to find a team without Yuha. But even then, I mean, he's still pulling it off. He's not doing too bad. We have another team to go against. Again, Yuha in the middle. That's the most important part. Is this gonna work? We have 62k stamina. We do need to rock the stamina accessory here. Yuha hopefully can go down. Hopefully you don't get paralyzed. And look at that. OUKO, you absolute beast. I didn't think he could do this, but apparently he can. OUKO, man. We do have a 3-5. I don't think a 1 out of 5 will be able to do that. You do need that extra bit of stamina, but still, the fact that he's able to do that is quite crazy. At this point, we're just going to keep going until we lose. That's basically how we're going to do it, right? The second this 1v3 OUKO loses, we then stop. And it's probably going to lose if we ever get paralyzed. Or can we get paralyzed? I don't think we can. But in that case, that's another victim. Another victim to OUKO. And I just checked, he can actually get paralyzed. So I guess in a way, Sergeant can still hurt him. But lucky for us, we're normally going to kill Sergeant very quick that he can very rarely get off that SA2. And Yuha can still inflict us with paralysis. But we don't have to worry about that because he can only do it on his 9 string or SA3. But thus far, I mean, this has been quite consistent. Honestly. Let's try this team. This team doesn't have a Sergeant, so it's going to be more of a tough challenge. But even then, 2 captains pretty much guarantees we go against them. Or we actually paralyzed. Oh, no, okay. We don't have Disabler. Keep that in mind. We don't have Disabler. So when we do paralyze, it's only there for like a second. And I'm going to be honest, I just have to double check. I didn't even know this character could inflict paralysis. He only has it on his 3rd strong attack. But with no Disabler, it really doesn't matter much. But I guess in that case, it did help us a tad bit because it stopped Yuha from pursuing us. So in that time, Yuha was actually paralyzed. We were able to take down the Kenpachi, take down the Kurashiki, and then it was basically a 1v1. And this is the last 1v3 we're going to do. This is a pretty high built team. You can see they have 48k stamina on the Sergeant. I'm not sure it's going to work. Oh, it almost worked. Almost worked. Okay, so that's where we're going to stop it there. I wanted to try and put up against a good team. I believe they had around 46,000 power. So OUKO is not going to always work against a 1v3, especially against a well-built team. But in that case, we were almost like 1 hit away. 1 hit on Yuha would have put him down. That was very close. Still, again, very impressive. Going back to our 3-man team, though, let's try out once more. In this case, we have our Yuha against their Yamamoto. Our OUKO is going to absolutely destroy their Sergeant. Again, very ready to get under 50% stamina. Now, in this case, somehow our Yuha actually got paralyzed. That's very unfortunate. And Chad is just being the tank he is. We get our soul bomb off. It's going to paralyze only for a few seconds, though. And now we're up against the Yamamoto. But luckily, OUKO's going to come in very slowly. And it's now a 1v1. And no worries there. The invincibilities wore off. We're going to use our soul bomb. It doesn't matter. And there we go. Very easy challenge. This man has a lot of last-ditch survival. Okay, we got unfortunate there. I think the match would have been as close as it was if their Yuha didn't paralyze my Yuha. But again, even against Yamamoto, who is invincible for 10 seconds, you know, Chad is there to basically stall it out. So if a situation ever does happen like that, for example, where OUKO had to run over to the Yamamoto, the invincibility would be worn off at that point, and OUKO is pretty much guaranteed to win. Up against another Sajin. In this case, we have Yuha and also Chad on the side, so I'm not sure who's going to activate that SA2 first. Hopefully, it was Chad, but that's because we got paralyzed. That's unfortunate. Their Kuroshiki is going to win against our Yuha, but again, Kuroshiki is a captain. It means nothing to us. It means nothing to OUKO. Let's off whatever attack this is. I didn't watch the filler arc, so I should though. I've seen an animation. It looks really cool. It looked like the arc was well animated, and even Kubo said that himself. So yeah, not bad. Let's try and do one more game though and see if we can find someone with a lot of power to truly test this team. So this might not be the best test, but I want to try it again once more. Can we do it? If we kill the Yuha quick enough, we definitely can. Yes, we can. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. They had a lot of power there, and I mainly just wanted to do it against the Yashlu just to quickly put her in her place. But yeah, not bad. Not bad. But I guess we're going to end it off against Alchemist. They have 37,000 power. Most of their power probably coming for Sajin, which really isn't helping them out because, again, our OUKO is going to take him down. Just to further shoot it in right here. OUKO, not once against an actual captain, went under 50% stamina. So, against captains, very consistent. Very, very consistent. We haven't lost to a captain once yet other than the 1v3. And most times that we did lose, it was basically against either a Yuha or a Chad. So, as already mentioned, if you could potentially throw in a Sajin here, maybe replace this Chad with Sajin, this makes for a pretty good team. Yuha's going to be your team booster. He's going to be good against most captains and invincible characters. Sajin would be good against their Chads and also Yuha's. And then again, OUKO is going to be the backbone of the team to try to just push this anti-captain meta and go against any captain, and you're going to make quick work of them. So yeah, with us, lads, that was the video for today, just showcasing OUKO once more because he's gotten better. If you have him and you want to use him, it's definitely worth a try. I don't think he's needed in every team. Again, with the way Brave Battles works, you know, there's a lot of different characters and teams that you can use. Not every team needs to have an OUKO, but if you do like the character, you want to bring him in, I think it's quite fun. It's nice just to have a basically safety net to go against any captain. Very rarely, as already mentioned, is he going to lose to a captain, if ever. And with all the Sarges running around now, it basically guarantees that the match is going to be a 3v2. And maybe I'll throw a 6th anniversary Aizen into the team. We're basically having it each time against any non-invincible character. And since we can choose our opponents, that basically is every single game. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys next time. Take care and peace.